Hey there, many YouTubers are sponsored by Raycon earbuds, but not me. So I will tell you if they're actually good or not. For this video, I'm only focusing on the Raycon's E55, which is our slightly higher end model. In the box, you get the USB charging cable, the ear tips of various sizes, the earbuds themselves, the charging case, a strap, and of course, the paperwork that nobody cares about. Taking a closer look at the case is one of these smaller cases, so that's nice because it is easily pocketable, but due to its shape, even though it's small, it actually doesn't fit in that tiny pocket in the front of my pants, unless I really force it. But when I do that, then I struggle to get it back out. So while it is small, it is not shaped in the most versatile way. For material and build, it has a soft touch rubbery material on top. I don't know how it'll hold up in the long term, but for now it seems fine, though dust seems to stick to it a bit more. And under that material, it is plastic. It charges via Type-C USB cable and wireless charging. The LED indicator for charging is very sunken in, so you really have to look at it dead on to kind of see it. And opening it up, you open it up from the front. It's held closed by magnets. And this opening mechanism, or not the mechanism itself, but where you put your finger to open it, is a bit difficult. The little cutout, or I don't even know what you call it. It's not even a cutout. It's just this little line. It's very thin and small. And sometimes you just can't seem to grab it. At least that's what happens to me. And I'm sure if you have larger fingers than mine, you're gonna have even more trouble. But once you open it, on the inside, you get the earbuds that's held in by magnets so you won't accidentally drop them. Moving on to the earbuds. The earbuds are fairly small and is made of this shiny plastic. You can get it in a different color, but this shiny plastic here definitely makes it look cheaper than it is. There is one button on it, and there's a wingtip that's built into the plastic, so you can't remove it if you don't like it. Overall, the build quality of the case and earbuds is okay. There's nothing really special about it. And that's about it for the physical aspect of the earbuds in the case. For basic specs, it has Bluetooth 5.0 and IPX4 rating. For some reason, the IPX4 rating is only written on their website. I can't seem to find it anywhere on the box or manual. And for features, well, it doesn't really have much features. In fact, on the back of the box, literally one of their big 4 features is take a phone call. So you can tell that there's really nothing else to it. Oh, and there's 2 features that are lacking. One is auto pause when you take out an earbud, and the second one is no app support. So there's no app for these earbuds, which to some people, they like that, to others, they don't. So that's up to you. For controls, you get the usual play, pause, answer, end call, next track, previous track, voice assistant, and volume up and down. But you have to know that only the right ear does volume up and next track, and the left ear does previous track and volume down. And it actually gets a little bit more complicated than that. If you use one earbud, it defaults to volume up and next track. So even if you have the left ear, which is usually volume down and previous track, it becomes volume up and next track. So you won't have an option for previous track or volume down when you're using one earbud. It doesn't matter left or right. Oh, and one more thing, latency is definitely present, but it kind of varies a little bit. Sometimes is much less noticeable, but other times it's definitely there. So may not be the best choice for games or videos. For battery life, the earbuds last about 6 hours of non-stop music playback at medium volume, and it takes a little over an hour to fully charge the earbuds. Now let's talk about putting them on and how they fit. The first thing you'll notice when you take them out of the case and put it in your ears, if you do that within 1 or 2 seconds, is this.
Power on.
Yes, every single time you take it out of the case, it will say Raycons. So if you're not tired of hearing it from YouTube, I think you'll certainly be tired of hearing it from owning this pair of earbuds. At least I would. Maybe you want to hear it every single time. I don't know, that's up to you. Anyways, putting them on, I found that it's actually decently comfortable. There's nothing to complain here. I honestly actually expected it to feel worse than it is because of the plastic wings, but it was fine. It was perfectly fine. I've definitely had other earbuds that fit way worse than this. The one thing to note is that if you do use the buttons on the earbuds a lot, it might be a little bit uncomfortable because you really would start shoving it, not necessarily into the ear canal, at least for me, it was more the plastic part into this kind of upper part of your ear where it sits. So yeah, that's just something to know. Finally, onto sound quality. If you're an average person that just uses your earbuds and if they work kind of thing, then these ones are going to be fine. Though it's still a little bit bass heavy. But if you're like me who cares about sound quality, then the Raycons won't really cut it. The first thing you'll notice is that the bass is very pronounced, especially in the upper bass range, and is very boomy and bleeds into the other frequencies. So the mids are okay as long as the bass isn't coming in and taking over everything. The highs are missing the upper ends, so a lot of the smaller cymbals are gone almost. And clarity and detail, they're not quite there, and it overall just sounds a bit muffled and muddied. It's definitely narrow sounding and not what I would consider a tight sound overall. And as for mic, well, I'm just going to give you two samples that you can listen to. This is a mic test of the Raycon E55 with silent background. This is a mic test of the Raycon E55 with background noise. So yeah, if you're looking for good sound quality, then there are much better options. Finally, onto price. The E55s are listed $120 on the Raycon's website. But considering the amount of sponsorships that they've done, there's codes everywhere, and you can pretty much get it down to about $100. At this price, I personally think that it's sitting on the line of being not worth it and just barely okay. The best expression I actually came up with is just for the overall thing. There's really nothing exceptional about it, and there's nothing really terrible about it. So overall, yeah, not the worst thing you can spend your money on, but there are definitely plenty of options that are better price to performance that you can spend your money on. For instance, Anker Life P2, which is what I'm testing currently, so subscribe for that, actually sounds better than the E55s and costs less than the E55s. On the other end, if you want a lot better sound quality, then you can pay a little bit more and get the Galaxy Buds instead. That sounds so much better. So the conclusion or the lesson here is that sponsored products are not necessarily the best quality, the best value, or the best performance product out there. They are just an ad after all for your creators to support their channel. So basically, do your research because it is an ad after all. If you like this video, consider leaving a thumbs up. If you want more, consider subscribing if you haven't, and you have anything else to say, leave in the comments below. I have more videos coming, and I'll see you guys next time.